This is the Bitcoin Globe, day 1292. We're counting the days down into the next Bitcoin halving. Right now, we are 13 hours in and 42, 41, 40, 39, 38. We are counting the days down until the next Bitcoin halving. And as we sit here together, or stand here if you're standing here watching this or driving, whatever you're doing, we're getting that much closer to the next Bitcoin halving. If you've been following Bitcoin, uh, any amount, like I don't know how long you've been around in the Bitcoin space. Feel free to post below. I'm curious to see how long people have been in the Bitcoin space. Some people maybe are very early. I've only been in for, man, it feels like 3 years now, maybe 2 or 3 years. I know the price when I first got into it. It dropped from 1,000 and it was around the $300 level. And I actually started buying my Bitcoins on the way down from 300, and I bought them all the way down till 200, and that was really great experience for me, getting to be on that end of it because there was a lot of downs, and I still, even when it hit, like I think it was like $190 at one point, which was probably the lowest it's been since I've known about Bitcoin. I was still, I had more doubts then. Like my doubts have kind of disintegrated. When I first saw Bitcoin, I was really like, what is this? What is this? I don't know. And there's not too many things in my life that I've been like that, right? I'll get interested. I have many different interests: VR, esports. The list goes on. And physical things, yoga, surfing. Like I have many, 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 many interests. And Bitcoin just seems to take the front seat right now. I'm even building my own app, which is built on the Bitcoin blockchain. I have a team. We're working together on that. It's a growing team. If you're interested in working on a level up esport team, feel free to get in touch with me. We need developers. People come and go. We're moving forward with the app. There's a lot of potential with this app, and it's worth looking into. Just go to, I'll put the link to the website below. Things are improving. Most of the work has been done by me thus far. I need help on the development side, the coding side, the construction, the design of the actual app. So there's a lot of work to be done there. We have big competitors like First Blood. No, okay, let's not get into my app too much, but I'm just letting you know that, despite all these things, I'm really interested. I'm working on books, Zen Gaming in the Art of Electronic Sports. I have some other books I'm working on, like some sci-fi and whatever. Really enjoy, there's so many things I enjoy doing. But once again, I come back to Bitcoin. That's what I'm here right now with you, is to talk to you about Bitcoin. Because I've noticed with all those things that I've kind of talked about, Bitcoin fits into them in some way. Like my books, for example. It would be awesome for me if when someone bought my book, that money was instantly available in my account. I could use that Bitcoin immediately. But it's not like that. I've used like CreateSpace and Lulu, and I think it seems to be improving. Like once a month is great, but it would be better is if someone bought my book, a client, customer bought my book, a fan bought my book, that money was in my account instantly. And I would like, if I bought your book or or paid for your content, I would like for you to have that money immediately. You can watch Andreas Antonopoulos's. His last name is gonna get me for some time. It's a very unique last name for sure. I like his last name. It's really cool. But he has this talk called Streaming Money, and it's to the effect of, why aren't you getting paid every minute? Instead of getting paid once a month, instead of getting paid, twice a week or once every 2 weeks, you're getting paid every minute or every time someone consumes your content or uses your content or finds value in the content you're creating. Maybe you're not creating content, but back to my point of me, Bitcoin fits into my life in many different ways. I even have the gambling side. I like trying the little bit of gambling because it's unique and it's fun and it's there. And you can win. Obviously, they're designed to lose, and so it's not recommended that you put something as valuable, a lot of something as valuable as Bitcoin, into these gambling sites. My last video, I was talking about how I wonder if these gambling sites are holding the Bitcoin and turning it to fiat. If they're turning it immediately to fiat, what exchanges are they using and how does that work? I'm very interested in that. And it may actually help distribute Bitcoin in some way if they are selling it to certain exchanges, trying to get the best price. Maybe the price of Bitcoin's high in India and they're able to sell that price in India to kind of create some equilibrium in the market. Who knows? Maybe gambling sites do have their purpose in the Bitcoin world. A lot of times gambling is seen as negative. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is designed to help distribute this digital currency equally So it starts finding equilibrium and value amongst many people, not just those in America. I saw a piece of Bitcoin news that was talking about it was a Bitcoin as related to Twitter or some metric related to Bitcoin. I think it was Twitter. I'll try to find an article for you and post it into this video if you're interested. But basically, it's just saying California is big on Bitcoin. Like, I don't know if it's searches or whatever, but there's a high amount of people in California that are interested in Bitcoin. I feel like I played a part in that because I'm talking about Bitcoin to everyone. I'm doing my fair share here, trying to spread my love for Bitcoin. I've been involved in other things in the past that have never been like this enthralling to me as Bitcoin. Like, where I'm willing to make a video every day talking about Bitcoin. There's nothing I've been this interested in that I'm willing to do that when I'm willing to trade some of my time to make a video for you talking about Bitcoin. And it does benefit me in some way. I get to develop my character. Making these videos is great. I recommend that you try making a video talking about something you're passionate about. And also I have my Bitcoin address on there, so I'm able to get Bitcoin donations for this channel, and my nitrogen links on there if you're interested in wagering on sports or esports or anything really that you have knowledge on. Let's say you have a lot of knowledge on baseball, you've been doing fantasy baseball, whatever. Well, why not use a little bit of Bitcoin to make parlays? If you don't know what a parlay is, let's say you're a baseball fan and you pick the Cubs to win against the Angels and then the Mets to win against Yankees, and you put that into a parlay slip. You have to win both of those for you to win the value, but the value will be more than if you had just bet on those individually. You put them together and they both have to win. Now you can string together 8 parlays and 9 parlays. I've seen some huge ones where guys are betting like 0.01 Bitcoin with a chance of winning 50. And I saw one where he had like a 12 parlay and he won 11 and he lost 1. One of my friends that actually happened to too, and I've been close as well. I've also hit some of my parlays and won quite a bit of Bitcoin through my parlays. Not as much as I've lost, but it's been pretty close. I've been pretty even. I'm getting better at it, and not betting as much Bitcoin, just betting a very small amount, like $1 to win a Bitcoin. I'm betting 1 Bitcoin to win. I'm betting $1 to essentially $1 worth of Bitcoin to win a whole Bitcoin, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun for me. And I'm also doing smaller ones. I'm getting better at making smaller parlays. Instead of making big, long ones, just make like a 2-pick parlay, a 3-pick parlay, where I'm betting 0.01 Bitcoin to win like 0.1 Bitcoin, so 10 times the amount of Bitcoin. And it's just fun for me too, because I'm doing it on UFC, and I enjoy watching the UFC already, and this just gives me more incentive to watch it and be engaged with it. I feel like UFC should put some kind of direct betting, Bitcoin betting thing on their website. That would be huge for them. Imagine if you could just go on the UFC website and put your Bitcoin parlays, make your bets to the fantasy, and it would be phenomenal. In my opinion, maybe there are factors I'm not considering. So Bitcoin has so many different purposes, and I was talking about gold in my last video, like how gold is a $1 trillion industry, and it's been manipulated a lot. I don't really like the true value of gold. I think is harder to determine than the true value of Bitcoin because it can be hidden and whatnot. Bitcoin, there's only 21 million coins, and I don't know. This is just my opinion. Maybe I haven't thought this out. Maybe we can think this out together. But Bitcoin seems more valuable to me than gold. I feel like Bitcoin is worth at least 100 ounces of gold, but I don't even know. Maybe Bitcoin will never find parity with gold because I don't know much about gold and how much there is, and it just doesn't seem as mathematical. It seems easier to manipulate. I do like gold. It looks nice and whatnot. So does silver. I'd rather have silver between the two just for life. I would like to have some silver rings, whatnot. I want to get my Bitcoin tattoo, which isn't a QR code because I think a QR code would be lame, but like a normal looking tattoo of my design with the QR code somehow hashed into it so you could scan it and send me some Bitcoins through there, and I wouldn't have to take the time to put my address below in the description box. What do you guys have to say about Bitcoin? If you've made it this far, obviously you have some opinion on Bitcoin. Like the Bitcoin.com gambling site, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier in the video, but my friend and I think I mentioned in the last video, me and my buddy went to Bitcoin.com. We tried their blackjack there, and we lost like 17 or 18 of 20, between 20 and 30. It was not, which is weird to lose that much in blackjack so quickly. We weren't betting much, we were just experimenting with it. we've had better luck with nitrogen, and plus with nitrogen you can do the affiliate. I don't think Bitcoin.com has any sort of affiliate program. So if you use my nitrogen link below, let's say you like hockey or something like that, and you want to make a hockey pick or cricket or whatever sport you like, you know a lot about it, and you feel like making a small bet, use my affiliate, please, because I get a small percentage. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. I'm not taking anything from you. It's just nitrogen's promotional thing where they'll reward me for making this video, essentially talking about nitrogen. That's a small reward I'll get, and all you're doing is just clicking a code that brings you to their site through my description box. And once again, this is just a great way to generate passive income for anyone. Create your own video and talk about like your bets. Let's say you're making bets on esports and you know a lot about esports. So you have your teams all picked up and you've done your study and research. Make a video telling people what your picks are and then show them your parlay slip so they can do the same ones as well. There's people doing this, and I watch a lot of these videos, UFC specifically, to see what these other people are thinking and who they think they're going to win. We're creating a different sort of economy. And I think it's an economy that incentivizes us to work together instead of competing so much. This looks like I got some football whiskers right there. Instead of competing, I mean, like, you look at the dollar. I mean, how much of all that dollar is, you know what, like 1% of the population, whatever, controls 99% of the wealth? I don't remember all the facts, but, you know, seems to be common knowledge, something along those lines. It's pretty well understood where, you know, there's some insanely wealthy people, and then there's a lot of us fighting for the rest of that wealth, and yes, they're printing more of it, but yeah, so who knows what's going to happen in the world. Bitcoin just seems to more consistent because it's based off mathematics. I enjoy Bitcoin. I like talking about Bitcoin. Let's talk about Bitcoin. If you want to talk about Bitcoin, let's talk about Bitcoin. Like this video, comment on this video. I'll answer your comments to the best of my ability. I try to look for the positive in Bitcoin, the positive things in Bitcoin. I don't really want to talk about the negative news. I want to see what the future brings with Bitcoin. I want to see the day when Bitcoin's worth $1 billion or more. Or the value of one Bitcoin is worth more than any one item. So I could trade my one Bitcoin for a luxury item of any sort, like, and that will seem commonplace. Like, it may even get to the point where it's like news where, wow, so and so is spending a whole Bitcoin, and like it'll be a big event, you know, like the last full Bitcoin is being spent, and now nobody has a full Bitcoin anymore. This is the future that I like to think about, not dwelling so much in the past. Let's move forward. Let's stay in the present moment. Work on creating value within ourselves. Remember, one day all your Bitcoin might be gone. Maybe they get hacked, or you just have some bad luck, and you know, for something goes on. God forbid, you know, like, let's focus on the positive. But if the negative does happen, you need to have value within yourself, so that if all your Bitcoins disappears for whatever reason, you're still okay because you have value within you. And that's the true value, your consciousness and your awareness, developing these things at all times. The value of Bitcoin is irrelevant, and it's just a number on the screen. Really, that we believe that has value based and in a different way because it's based on mathematics. It's not like controlled by any government or bank. To me, it seems more transparent, and it's going to bring transparency to a lot of different financial systems. I believe in Bitcoin. I'm looking forward to reading the news tomorrow. The price is up to like $790, but that's irrelevant. We're waiting for the day where you can trade a full Bitcoin for like a major luxury item, a house, whatever you want, really. Whatever you want to trade your full Bitcoin for. And 0.01 Bitcoin is like enough to buy groceries for a year, or invest in a lot of stock. You know, the stock market could be like enter a whole new rocket ship for the rocket. The stock market could be like a rocket, because Bitcoin is taking something that's unlimited, like fiat currencies, which they could print more and more of, and which they're going to doing. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Let's get some more money in circulation. Maybe it's going to devalue the currency. It probably will devalue the currency. But if we balance that out with cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, then we can reach all new levels. That's it for this video. Hope you guys have a great day.